The rescue of the horned one. Triceratops herd versus Spinosaurus. The river is restless again. The air smells like iron. Beneath the fog, the water moves. Too fast, too quietly. Something's lurking there. The Triceratops herd approaches, horns lowered, their leader limping slightly from an earlier battle. The youngest one, a juvenile, steps into the shallows first. The current swirls. Birds explode into the air. Then the water splits open. The Spinosaurus strikes. He bursts from the river like a monster born of thunder, claws flashing, jaws locking around the young Trike's frill. The herd screams. Panic spreads like fire. The river turns to chaos. The Spino drags his victim down. The young Trike bellows, thrashing, eyes wide. But before he disappears beneath the surface, something changes. The herd stops running. The leader roars, a low, shaking call, and they turn back. All of them. The ground shakes as 3 adult Trikes charge together, side by side, forming a moving wall of horns. The Spino sees them coming, snarling, releasing the trapped one. He steps backward into the deeper water, tail lashing, body half hidden by the current. The first Trike hits like a battering ram. The impact sends a wave crashing over both beasts. The Spino stumbles. The others close in, horns cutting through the surface. The air fills with roars, splashes, and snapping jaws. The Spino tries to circle, but he's surrounded. The herd forms a ring, tight, perfect, unbreakable. The young Trike crawls from the water, bleeding but alive. The Spino roars, frustrated, his sail glowing red in the sunset. He lunges again, but this time the leader meets him head-on. Horns slam into his ribs, lifting him halfway out of the river. The sound is like thunder. The beast staggers, collapsing into the mud. The herd backs away slowly, keeping formation, protecting their injured member. The Spino rises, breathing heavy, defeated for now. He watches them fade into the jungle, the river reclaiming his blood. The narrator whispers, "In this world, the strong survive alone. But sometimes, unity is stronger than teeth. If you're still watching, hit like right now. Drop A for the river god, or for Team Triceratops, and subscribe, because next time, the king returns, and he's not alone." Bone Wars, The Claim. T-Rex versus T. mcraeensis. Lightning flashes across the plain. 2 shadows move through the storm. One, scarred, limping, the reigning king. The other, taller, broader, untouched by time, the intruder. This land belonged to T-Rex. For years, he ruled it with thunder in his jaws. But now, the earth carries the scent of a stranger. Tyrannosaurus mcraeensis, the ancient cousin. Primitive, powerful, and hungry for territory. The old king sniffs the air, blood still fresh on his leg from the raptor ambush days ago. He roars, the sound rolling across the valley. The challenger answers, a deeper, older sound that shakes the sky. They circle, the storm swells. Lightning reflects in their eyes. And then, they charge. The first impact is like mountains colliding. Mud sprays, claws dig deep, tails whip through the air. The old Rex bites first, locking onto the newcomer's shoulder, but his wound slows him. mcraeensis twists, slamming him into a boulder. The king's roar turns into a growl of pain. They break apart, breathing hard. The rain pours harder. Steam rises from their backs. Neither backs down. The younger one charges again, faster, stronger. The old king sidesteps, snapping, tearing flesh from his rival's neck. Blood splatters the ground. The challenger stumbles but doesn't fall. He turns, eyes blazing, and bites down on the old king's jaw. The world goes silent. Then, an explosion of motion. The Rex slams his skull forward, forcing the bite open. They crash together one last time, a blur of muscle and fury. When it ends, both stand still. The old king lowers his head, not in defeat, but exhaustion. The younger one steps back. There's no final kill, no roar of triumph, only understanding. One leaves with the land, The other disappears into the rain. 2 kings, 1 world. The voice fades in. Even giants must bow to time, but legends never die. If you think the king will rise again, smash that like button. Comment King Forever if you stand with T-Rex, or New Blood if you choose the challenger. And subscribe, because the next battle will decide who rules the age of monsters.
Shifting Earth, the Canyon Trap. Allosaurus versus Stegosaurus. The canyon hums with strange energy. Cracks split the ground. Dust rains from the cliffs. The animals sense it. Something deep beneath the earth is waking. The Stegosaurus moves slowly through the canyon floor, tail plates glinting under the noon sun. His herd is gone. Only he remains, separated after the quake that shook the forest. His heavy steps echo between the walls. From above, yellow eyes watch, the Allosaurus. A hunter shaped for chaos. He's been stalking the Stego for hours, waiting for the right moment. The canyon traps sound. There's no escape. The Allosaurus leaps. The Stego turns just in time. Claws scrape scales. The Stego swings his tail. Crack! The spike slams into the wall, missing by inches. The Allo dodges, snapping at his neck, dragging him to the ground. The ground rumbles again. Rocks tumble. Both creatures freeze. A fissure opens near the cliffside, swallowing half a tree. They back away from the edge, but the Allo strikes again, teeth sinking into the Stego's back. The Stego bellows, twisting, slamming the Allo with his tail. This time it hits. Blood sprays. The predator stumbles, growling, half limping, but still ready. Then the earth screams. The quake begins again. The walls crumble. The Stego charges, knocking the Allo aside as boulders crash between them. The dust blinds everything. The Allo roars but vanishes behind the falling rocks. The Stego barely escapes, dragging his tail through the rubble. Behind him, the canyon collapses entirely, swallowing the battlefield. He looks back once. The Allo is gone. Maybe crushed, maybe waiting. The earth stops shaking. The world goes quiet. Sometimes survival isn't about strength. It's about being in the right place when the world falls apart. If that had you on edge, drop a below. Hit like if you think the Allo survived, and subscribe, because the canyon may be quiet, but something far worse wakes beneath it. The primitive war continues.